Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, hello guys. I'm Mark, CEO and co-founder of Aethir, and we build decentralized cloud infrastructure for the future of gaming and AI. So Aethir would not be who we are today without the support of our fantastic investors. We're proud to be supported by some of the biggest and best names in the industry, including HashKey, and I'm very thankful that we were invited to pitch and share our project with you all this evening. So before we jump into what we're building here at Aethir, I'd like to quickly introduce our team. So we're a team of infrastructure builders and gaming experts. I myself come from a infrastructure deployment background with a focus on cloud infrastructure. Dan Wang, my co-founder and CBO, is a gaming expert coming from a background as head of international publishing at Riot Games and COO of Riot Games China. Our CTO, Kyle, is the ex-CEO and general manager of Ericsson Cloud, the CEO of Edge Gravity, one of the largest edge computing networks in the US, and was also the chief network officer of Verizon Media. Paul Thind, another gaming expert, is a consultant who's worked and run a consultancy within the gaming sector, working directly with Zynga, Disney, and all of the large major studios in the West. And then Arthur Hayes, the man who really needs no introduction. He's an advisor for our project. And we were actually also the first check out of the Maelstrom Ventures family fund, which is his personal family fund. So this is just a quick summary of what we've achieved this year. We've had a pretty incredible run so far. We raised our second round at 150 mil earlier this year. We've raised just around $9 million to date and deployed our infrastructure across 25 node locations in 18 countries. And we have 200,000 users across our infrastructure at the moment. So as I mentioned on the first slide, Aethir builds decentralized cloud infrastructure. The reason why requires a little bit of understanding about current cloud infrastructure, but I'm going to do my best to keep the explanation pretty brief and simple so you guys can kind of understand. The current cloud or traditional cloud is very CPU and storage focused, right? So it's great for enterprise software, for storing data, for files and photos. I think we're all pretty familiar with this version of the cloud. However, what it's not good at is delivering GPU resources to its customers, because it really hasn't had to do that before. Now, you've probably seen that a massive amount of money is being poured into the buying of GPUs and deploying them to support industries like AI. You've probably also seen that, companies like NVIDIA, who actually build the GPU chips themselves, have seen their stocks skyrocket. NVIDIA is now, a $1 trillion company. However, 90% of these new GPU cloud resources, literally tens of billions of dollars of these GPUs, are being plugged back into the traditional or heritage cloud infrastructure. And that's a big problem. So as you can see on the graphs to the right of this slide, the infrastructure requirements for the GPU cloud are rapidly shifting, increasingly needing solutions that can deliver GPU resources in real time, right? This is essential for the AI application industry, which is really the output of the training industry that we're seeing these billions of dollars of GPU resources being invested into. It's also necessary for the cloud gaming industry, which surprisingly to many outside of the space is the only sector of the gaming industry that's been seeing year-on-year growth since we've come out of COVID. So what does Aethir do? This looks like a little bit of a mouthful, but I'll try and explain it. We build decentralized cloud infrastructure and we leverage it to create an automated brokerage or marketplace to match enterprise GPU supply with industry demand. So this has allowed us to unlock a huge amount of value from a large distributed network of infrastructure providers all over the world. They essentially expose their hardware to us. we pull it into our infrastructure, and then we autonomously match it with industry demand, right? So the benefit to the market here is that we're one of the only GPU resource providers that can scale our service while maintaining their real-time, low latency service requirements. So a little bit more about what makes us attractive to the market. Well, we're currently 40 to 60% lower cost than traditional cloud infrastructure, and we're only getting cheaper. We're still in the early phase of our deployment. Due to our decentralized ownership model and the lower service cost, our infrastructure is scalable worldwide. And when your client cares about latency, as an infrastructure provider, that means you need to be able to deploy where your customers live. And that's really something that only Aethir can do as a result of its decentralized model. Finally, our infrastructure has a number of performance and architecture attributes that mimic edge computing infrastructure without the downsides associated with standard edge deployment. And this is really, really useful for clients who have high-powered edge requirements. So just to wrap things up, the AI and gaming industry are some of the fastest evolving industries on Earth, and they're heavily dependent on the cloud. It's a simple fact that to continue to support them as they evolve, the infrastructure that's underneath them needs to evolve too. And that's what Aethir is building. We're rethinking cloud infrastructure from the ground up with the benefit of a rearview mirror and a decade of industry learnings. Essentially at Aethir, we believe in a few things, right? So one of the things we really believe in is a future where gamers have access to any game on any device instantly. They're not gated from accessing gaming content by whether they can afford expensive hardware. So we've built the infrastructure that allows this service to be deployed. We also believe in a future where AI will have an almost incomprehensibly large impact on the global economy. So again, we've built the infrastructure to help it reach its users. And finally, we also believe that this infrastructure deserves to be publicly accessible in such a way that users can contribute and receive rewards for doing so. So once again, we're Aethir, and we build decentralized cloud infrastructure for the gaming and AI industry. Thank you very much. We're looking for partners at the moment, either game studios or game-related partners or infrastructure providers. Our Series A opens in December. And please, if you're interested in either of these aspects, reach out to Alyssa at aethir.com or connect with us through our socials. Thank you very much.